In today's video, I'm going to be showing this sketchbook that I took about a year kind of putting together. Not that it actually took me a year, but just that I paced myself throughout it. On the front, I've drawn Jacksepticeye's eye, which is a request by a long-term subscriber. Evie, which was a request by my best friend. And then we've got Kirby, Fundy, which is a YouTuber, me, obviously, because yeah, and we've got this little guy and this little guy from a TV show I've been watching recently called Hilda. We've got this guy from My Hero Academia. I honestly forgot his name. And then we've also got my little welcome sketch over here. This might be a little hard to see, but I don't know. I'm recording this in daylight, so we'll see. Other papers are going to get a little bit more in depth. This guy, also from My Hero Academia. But then we've got Ghostface. And honestly, I thought that this would come off a little bit more in depth in the actual, like, recording. But this one was another one for my best friend. So here we've got a mix between Glitchtrap and Vanny on this side and this side. And they're doing a little swoosh, but it looks like they're giving a thumbs up, like, ayo. Darth Vader, as you can see. Honestly, I was gonna do one of Kenobi as well, because this was when the Kenobi show came out. But I didn't get around to that. Jacob from Callisto Protocol. So, yeah, honestly, I could have done this one better, but because I've got some other, like, portraits like this that came out a little bit better. Here we've got the Punisher from The Punisher. And, yeah, it just, I really like how, like, this spot looks more darker than the other, and it's just done fairly well. I enjoy it. But my favorite out of all of this was, probably Daredevil, which is this one. It just looks very, like, printed and done very decent. And then we've got Stray over here, and this is obviously from the game called Stray. I got an obsession with it, and I loved cats after it. I've never owned a cat, but this got me crazy about it. Connor from Detroit Become Human.
28 stab wounds.
Very Poggers game. I love that. Marcus from Detroit Become Human as well. Kara as well, or Kara. I don't know exactly how you pronounce her name, but I could have done it a little bit more portrait-y. But I loved the kind of sketch look that goes on here. Sometimes I just love that in drawing, so I went ahead and I kept it that way. Jill from Resident Evil. Only thing is, she doesn't have a mouth because sometimes I don't feel confident giving people mouths, so I just leave it out because they don't need to talk anyway, they're just a picture. So here we've got another drawing of Fundy, and then we've got some sketches of me, my little character. Some of these I kind of want to incorporate into my actual channel, like this one right here. Here's the actual sketch that I've done for my character. Here we've got She-Hulk, very just sketchy. I took this from like one of the end credits section. Another sketchy type of thing of Fundy. Another Daredevil one because I was absolutely obsessed at the time. It's yeah, Pyramid Head, if it will focus. Yeah, there you go. Zelda from Tears of the Kingdom. Very sketchy type of look again. I honestly wasn't that big of a fan of Zelda before until Tears of the Kingdom. She became really cool with that. Here we've got Link as well. And we have the Super Mario Brothers from the newest movie. Another like little sketchy look. I would have put more depth into this, but I just loved the scratchy look of it, you know? And that specific screenshot. The Last Guardian. And this little guy that's like, oh, I love you.
You're making me mad!
Amirachu, VTuber that is just incredibly fun. You guys should check her out sometime. We've got Tower Knight. And this is from Demon Souls. And I made a video on that. And I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite videos on this channel. You guys should check it out. But here we've got such tiny detail on the actual boots and everything that there is. And it's just done so thoughtfully. Even the little chain link right there. Yeah, now you guys get to see like more actual detail when I zoom in like this. Maybe I'll do that for the rest of the video here. This guy from Demon Souls as well. It's not so focused in on him. I never really finished him, but I had a specific technique for these characters from Demon Souls, and I forgot what it was. And so I just kind of left him how he is. And you know what? That's okay. We got this girl from Demon Souls. I also forgot her name. If you give her souls, I think she'll level you up. And she was obviously a very big, you know, character for the actual game that very much came in handy. The main character from Bendy and the Dark Revival. I personally preferred the base game though. Peggy, Peggy Carter from Marvel. I love the hairdo and all of that. Again, I've had more portraits that I feel like have been better. You guys will see them in the future. This, I honestly just like genuinely wanted to put as much edge into something as I possibly could. I wanted to see what that would come out as. So this is the result of the most edgy thing that I could possibly think of. This one is Red Hood. I took a lot of time on the shading here, as you can tell. And then we got this little like smiley face on the book. Reading a book on how to be happy because he's from the DC universe and he's too edgy. We have another Daredevil one because like I said before, I have a problem. And we have Isaac Clarke, or Gunner Wright, you know, whichever you want to call him here. Another Isaac Clarke. And we've got this, I realized, an interesting technique for like scratching type of effect on armor. I'm not going to tell you. But you can enjoy the way that it looks here. We have the same thing that we had for Red Hood, but for Isaac Clarke, because I wanted to do the same type of, you know, stance and everything. Here he's got the gun as well for it. His classic gun. This guy from Fear the Walking Dead, the cowboy guy. Same guy, just different stance. And also, I think I have some design here. Okay, no, that's just some good sketching. But we've got some design here. One from the Five Nights at Freddy's book. I think, yeah, this one is Submechanophobia. Yeah, I loved this one. This one is probably one of the best FNAF books ever. I would highly recommend it. We've got Heisenberg.
I don't understand.
No, not that Heisenberg. The other one from Resident Evil. This one was one that went unfinished for a very long time until like just the ending area. I feel like it's not getting like enough of the depth because there's so much detail in like all these pictures. There's even like a little stitching on his actual clothes here. But it's kind of, the camera's depriving it of that a little bit. Here we have Saul. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish here. Everybody will be able to tell that immediately. We've got Mr. Beast. And yes, the glasses are intentionally crooked, by the way. Hopper from Stranger Things. And yeah, he's not a whole lot else to see. What you get is what you get. Dredge. I also used my little rainbow pencils here. And this was just very, I don't know, I saw the environment in the actual game and then I was like, I need to make a drawing with the rainbow, like, water and stuff. This one is probably one of my favorite ones, which is Jesse Pinkman, obviously from Breaking Bad. And it's mainly because of the depth of the eyes, honestly. And it's just done incredibly well. But we've got one here that everybody will instantly recognize. I'm not even gonna have an exclamation on it. Yep.
Alright, I've got the talking pillow now.
We got some more Saul Goodman sketches here. And also here. This is also one of my other favorite ones here in the actual full sketchbook. And this one, which is the main, like, season 6 picture. This is when I got into playing God of War, which I've still yet to finish playing that on my channel, but I will finish doing that at some point. It's got this nice, like, cartoony look, but Virgil from Devil May Cry, which is gonna come up on one of my other favorite ones here, too. This one has so much more depth than the camera will show. Somebody told me that it looked like I took Silly Putty and just like put it on his face and then I just got it on the piece of paper. That's how much in depth it is, but you guys can't see all that because of lighting. Oh, here we've got my little boy, my dog. He's just the best. The Ghost of Molly McGee. So this is a very fun cartoon. You get to see this one a lot more because I put very dark outlines on it, considering that this sort of thing would probably happen. Here we've got Dante from Devil May Cry. This is the one that I said we were coming up on. This one has so much detail that might not come out on the camera perfectly, like I mentioned before, but again, the eyes are done perfectly. and the hair and everything. It's just, somebody also said that they could like, they could like smell this picture. And honestly, I kind of get that. It doesn't smell, by the way, but just like that it smelled probably like pizza or something because he eats a lot of pizza. You've got the Doomslayer and Dante hanging out because they're both little demon hunters. They're the best. We got another Doomslayer. This one has a lot of like shininess on the visor here. And then we've got like cracks over here. Trying to use that same technique that I learned from the Isaac Clarke scratched up stuff. Oh yeah, The Last of Us Ellie. So she's one of my favorite like video game characters in general. We've got like all of her tattoos over here. A little bit hard to do, but you know, we've got her guitar. And then on the left, we've got Joel. Again, another absolutely amazing video game character with his guitar. We've got, oh yeah, I almost forgot. I put this little thing in here, so it's like a little heart in both of their little pieces of paper. Oh, we got Ada from Resident Evil. We've got some Steve Harrington sketches here. And then also Steve Harrington. The Spooky Man from Dredge, which I'm just a big fan of. I absolutely love that game and the ending, so that's why I drew that. We've got Jacksepticeye. I also got his little eye in the very little corner over there. And this just very, very in-depth like. We have Markiplier. And we've got PewDiePie. This one came out weirdly cartoony, but I didn't mean for it to. I don't know exactly what happened with it. Hey, yo! Okay, so this one was an whoa. The camera's shaking a lot. This one is a strawberry dum-dum, a Demogorgon. My friends call it a little dum-dum. And this is like, yeah, if a Demogorgon from Stranger Things was like a little strawberry themed. You can see all the little color on them. As you can tell, I got into using color around now because we've also got Sunface, or I call him Sunface, but this is biblical. And you got, like, for size, a little person down there. This is just my rendition, but it's just a very cool angel. We're here, speaking of biblical. Ooh, shaky camera. We've got the 4 horsemen. So, this one is Death. We've got his little horse. And this one I'm very proud of because it's got like the ripped up look. And this like little chain link armor type of skull thing. I was gonna have him have like just a normal face, but that kind of felt a little too average for me, I guess. I wanted to have like something like this, you know. This is Conquest, another 4 horsemen. I remember doing this one around the time that I was playing some Dead Space. Here we've got War. This one, I like the horse, I guess, but I'm not as proud of this one, honestly. But he's got his little sword, and this is supposed to be kind of like a little, like, fire thing going on. We got Famine. This one has tons and tons of detail on it. I have a very specific design for his little helmet. So this is like chain link on the top, but it's got like a design on the bottom, and then it's got like, this isn't even hair. This is like some kind of like flowy stuff. I don't know how to describe it. We've got this horse over here. He's got tons of little detail on him too. All this like tail and sway that's going on here. And then also this little scale here too, because that was accurate. But again, just my renditions. And then the very final one, a little Winnie the Pooh sketch from just somewhere that I saw this picture, and I was like, that looks adorable. I need to just include that in this. And then, oh yeah, I forgot. There's a little Heisenberg here. Yes, the Heisenberg that the internet loves. He's doing a little I am the danger, knock knock. And we've got the absolute final sketch. And yes, I did put Among Us on the back. That was my whole entire sketchbook tour. So there's not much else to say, but yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here. So this has been from 2022 to 2023. I started in 2022. And with all that said, I'm gonna leave this video here. So take care of yourselves, have a decent day, and stay determined all the way.